From the most expensive way to get the cheapest fruit, to the trading trick that will get you a ton of money. Here are 11 ways to get every fruit in Blox Fruit. We all can't stand this guy anymore because he almost always disappoints us. I'm obviously talking about the Blox Fruit dealer, who's the main fruit seller in the whole game. He's called a dealer because he never has the same or all of the fruits in stock. Each fruit has a different chance to be in stock, but no matter what, he'll always have a minimum of 3 fruits in stock at any given moment, and 2 of them are always rocket and spin fruit. You can buy a fruit that's in stock an unlimited number of times, but in case you're paying with Robux, he will somehow get that fruit in stock just for you. Not only that, but if you buy the fruit with Robux, you'll have it permanently, which means you will always be able to equip it. But many of you don't know that his stock changes every 4 hours, and that you can find him at 7 different locations in the game. But what do you do if you want to get a fruit ASAP but have no money, a bad fighting style, no fruits or anything? If you said beg for fruits, you're not wrong. That's another way to get fruits in Blox Fruits, but does it actually work? Well, it depends on how you do it, but you're basically testing your luck. So what's the best way to beg for fruits? Your chances of someone giving you a fruit are higher if you're in the second sea dressed as a new player. Being in the second sea is important because people there are richer, and dressing as a new player, well, that's self-explanatory. Once you're there, head over to Blox Fruit Gacha and wait for players to roll fruits. When someone comes, the chances of them rolling an unwanted fruit are super high. So all you need to do is start spamming, "Please bro, I need that," and they're probably going to give it to you. Go and test this. Who knows, maybe you'll even get a Buddha. Okay, maybe not a fruit that good. But if you're willing to gamble and simply buying a fruit of your choice is too boring for you, don't worry. Just head over to the jungle, cafe, or mansion, where you'll find a Blox Fruit Gacha. He sells you a random fruit once you pay, but the price always depends because it's calculated according to your level. You need to be at least level 50 in order to purchase a random fruit from this guy, and the price of fruit for level 50 players is 32,350 belly. But if you're not sure how much you're gonna pay, here's how the price is calculated. Take your level, so let's say 50, and subtract 1, then multiply that number by 150. So in this case, it's 49 times 150, which is 7,350, and then just add 25,000. This would be the best way to get fruits if there was no time limitation. You can't just buy fruit after fruit, you have to wait 2 whole hours after each purchase. Even though it's one of the most fun ways to get fruits, the chances of getting a good one are lower compared to its spawn chance. However, don't stop rolling the fruits, because once you get a fruit that's worth 1,000,000 belly or more, you'll get a title Luck of the Draw, which is super cool. Wait to hear that some people still search for fruit. Searching for fruits is the worst way to get fruits in the whole game, especially if you're doing it without a fruit notifier. A fruit spawns in the game every hour, which means 20 fruits spawn in one server a day. But on the weekends, 32 fruits spawn in one server in a day. The main problem with this method is that you can't know where the fruit is without a notifier. And even once you spend 2,700 Robux and get it, someone will almost always be ahead of you. This is just the worst way to grind for your fruits. This is the most useless way to gain fruits in the entire game. It's not even fruits, but a fruit. A single fruit that costs 97 Robux. And no, it's not some expensive high value fruit. It's a rocket fruit. You can buy this 97 Robux rocket fruit from a Wenlock, which is basically a doghouse located in the Kingdom of Rose, literally right beside the Arrow NPC. Once you get there and talk to a dog, he'll woof woof you into buying this fruit, saying you can trade it for a special microchip. If you buy or have already bought this fruit, you're either too rich or a newbie with 0 experience who has exactly 97 Robux on his account. Moving on to the next method of gaining new fruits, here's a method that will either grant you some nice fruits or just lose you money. We're talking about trading, and what's so special in Blox Fruits about trading is that you can not only trade fruits, but also game passes. I personally like this because it allows players who don't have any Robux to get game passes by grinding hard. There are only 2 places where you can trade in the game, and those are cafe and mansion. Once you're there, just look for tables with 2 chairs. Those are usually trading places. But there's something you must know about trading. You can't trade a rocket fruit for a leopard. There's something called price difference, and if your fruit is 40% more expensive than the fruit of the guy you're trading with, the game will not allow you to complete the trade. Equip some good fruits for this next one. Castle on the Sea is the main area in the 3rd sea. It's literally where 3rd sea players hang out. It's got everything you can think of, including raids. The raid on this island happens every hour and 15 minutes, and the goal is to protect the castle from pirates that are attacking it. These pirates are galley pirates, and once they start spawning, you'll quickly realize their level is way higher than normal. Why did I say the factory raid is more fair than this raid? It's because here, the player who kills the last pirate is the one who gets a random Blox fruit. This means you can literally run away from the pirates the entire time, not dealing any damage. But if you kill the last pirate, you'll get a fruit. To make this even more unfair, if someone gets the last pirate to a single hit, and you just deal the final blow, you'll still be the one getting the fruit. This next one is once again a raid, but this time a raid not many players have faced. I'm talking about the ship raid. That's also known as the Defeat the Brigade raid. Keep in mind that this raid cannot happen in the 1st sea. Unlike the other raids on this list, this one happens randomly as you're riding in your boat. When you're out there on the sea, a bunch of ships may spawn, 2 or 3 to be more precise. 2 of them are always brigade ships, and the third one is a grand brigade, but it doesn't spawn every time. They will constantly pursue you and shoot cannonballs at your ship, so there are only 2 outcomes. Either you absolutely destroy their ships, or they're going to destroy your ship. In case a grand brigade spawns, I recommend you first destroy the normal brigades, and then focus on destroying the grand brigade. Once you defeat all of them, you may get a Blox fruit. I'm saying may because it's not actually guaranteed you'll get it each time, and there are a few factors, the sea you're in being the key one. However, even if you don't get a fruit, I'm sure you'll be satisfied with fragments. If you're in the second sea, grand brigade will never spawn, and you'll get 50 fragments for each brigade you sink. But if you're in the third sea, you'll get 25 fragments for each brigade you sink, 75 fragments for the grand brigade, as well as 3 Fool's Tooth, and obviously a small chance of a random fruit. Have you ever got a fruit from a ship raid? The next way of getting fruits is to just steal them. Okay, not really stealing, but when a player dies, he will drop a fruit he had but wasn't in his inventory at that moment. So all you need to do is pick it up from the ground. This can also be a good farming method. Just go around the server and watch players PvP. Stay near them, and once one of them dies, he'll probably drop a fruit. Pick it up and run away, because if he comes back, he's gonna be looking for revenge. Since Blox Fruits was first made, there's been tons of in-game events, ranging from Christmas to Valentine's events. Many of you, however, don't know that these events sometimes mean free fruits. For example, on November 29, 2022, a 1-week 10 billion visits milestone event started. During this event, there was a temporary currency called confetti, which could be obtained from the shop NPCs or chests from the third sea. Once you've got enough confetti, you are able to exchange them for fruits and XP boosts. I wish this was still in the game. And the last event that took place in Blox Fruits was the Valentine's event that released in February 2023. By the time this video's out, there may even be a new one. Who knows? That's super cool. I feel like you should have known this one by now, but if you didn't, now you do. But there's one more NPC you can get a fruit from, and many of you actually don't know about him. His name is Death King, and he's located in Mausoleum, which can be found in the graveyard in the haunted castle in the third sea. He's considered to be a great NPC because you can get fruit from him and then pay him in bones. This sounds way too good to be true, but unfortunately it's not. I mean, it is, but only during the Halloween events. He used to sell a kitsune fruit, which is the most expensive fruit in the entire game. It costs 8 million, and that's if you're lucky enough to even find it in the stock in the first place. Demand for this fruit is crazy high due to its grinding and PvP potential. And there's one more way it can be obtained, and that's through Kitsune Shrine. Kitsune Shrine is an NPC added in the Kitsune update, and he's located on the Kitsune Island, which can only be found during a full moon. But it's not going to be easy. Don't say I didn't warn you. There you have it, 11 ways to get every fruit in Blox Fruits. Make sure to subscribe and watch this video on the screen. Or don't, I can't tell you what to do. And if there's any other ways you think I should have mentioned, make sure to let me know down below.